Hey, Junior Power Kids, it's Miss Dana. Welcome to the clubhouse. I am so excited to have you here today to listen to our next story. That's from my very favorite book called the Bible. That's right, and whose book is the Bible? God's book. Now yell it out really loud if you remember how many books are in this Bible. That's right, 66, and it's broken into two parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. Now, today's story has Jesus in it. So is that from the Old Testament or the New Testament? That's right, it's from the New Testament. Anything with Jesus in it, we know is from the New Testament. You guys are so smart. So in our story today, Jesus was walking along the road with his special friends that we call the disciples or the apostles. And that's kind of what they did. They traveled from town to town and they taught people all about God and did amazing things, right? So this day, they were walking along the road when Jesus noticed a man that was sitting there. And so Jesus saw this man, and he noticed that this man was blind. Now, yell it out if you know what blind means. Those are good guesses. Blind means that you have eyes, but they don't work. So close your eyes really quick. Can you see anything when your eyes are closed? So that's what it's like to be blind. This man couldn't see his family or his friends. He couldn't see where he was going. He couldn't see the sun shining or the moon at night. He couldn't see the flowers or anything. And so that was his whole world was dark. He couldn't see. And so when Jesus saw this man, he did something really strange and really amazing. Jesus crouched down and he spit in the dirt. Now don't do this at home, okay? Jesus spit in the dirt, and then he picked it up and he made mud out of it. Now that's kind of disgusting, right? When I think of that, it's kind of gross, right? But just keep listening, because what he did was amazing. So then what he did next sounds even crazier. He took that mud and he put it over the blind man's eyes. Now that seems really, really crazy to us, right? Like, I don't want anybody spitting and making mud and putting it in my eyes, right? But Jesus put this mud over the man's eyes, and then he told the man to go wash the mud off. And so the man did what Jesus told him to do, and when he washed the mud off of his eyes, he could see. Jesus had healed his eyes. His eyes worked, and he could see. He was so excited. Can you even imagine being that man who could never see anything, and all of a sudden his eyes worked and he could see because Jesus had healed him? Jesus is so amazing, guys. And I love this story because it teaches us so many things. And the number one thing I want you to know, guys, the reason why we need to remember that Jesus is amazing is because he's amazing, he's powerful because he's God's son, and he loves you. He wants to be your friend forever. And because he's so powerful and he loves you guys, we can trust him with our lives. We can trust him every day, whether we're having a good day or we're having a bad day. We can trust that Jesus is loving us and taking care of us. The other cool thing that I think about this story, makes me think this, is that when things seem really crazy, like maybe you're having a really hard day, or maybe somebody that you love is sick, you can really trust that God is working even when things seem crazy. Because this guy probably thought it was really weird when Jesus spit on the ground and then put it in his eyes, right? But Jesus is always working and always loving us. Don't you ever forget that. I'll see you next week.